I've been mixing my own urine, various perfumes and chemicals to make the perfect emulation of Hoshimachi Suisei's urine scent. I've also been eating a rather Asian diet to emulate what Suisei would eat and drink. I'm about 3 weeks into the project and I have been strategically disposing portion of old urine, replacing it with new urine, adding slight touches of extra ammonia, expired apple juice. I suspect her urine would have a rather tangy flavor, and trace amounts of nitric acid. I estimate the project will be complete by July. What have you done for your Oshis? I will never forgive such a cute imagine now being associated with this kind of crap here. Never. Where are you getting that ammonia and nitric acid? Pics of the project if you're not bullshitting. Remember, she only drinks Ringo juice when streaming. She prefers orange juice. Pic related, there's some semen in the mix as well, sorry about that. It's very bubble because of 7-Up, which I used to simulate the presence of carbonated beverages in her diet. OP here's a measurement of the project. Based? Let's fucking go! ET was a mistake. Ringo Fred has entered new stage. It posts like this that make me really glad Suisei isn't fluent in English. If she knew what was happening, she'd probably quit VTubing and move to a cabin in the mountains. OP, what do you plan on doing with this at its culmination? Preserve it? Drink it? My plan is to smell the cup periodically during her streams, drink rarely in sips so the mixture doesn't harm me. Package and export it to Cover so they can hand it to Suisei. I support you, OP. Please let us get an update about this. The goal is for me to visualize the pent-up urine welling up as she streams, or Suisei failing to hold it in and pissing herself. I ran a test during her recent stream with Pecora and Nenechi. While the scent remains incomplete, it is nearing an ideal state. I have made up a variety of corrections to the project in the past few days. My dick was diamonds and I thought about her struggling to hold in piss while with Pecora and Nene. Take your meds, Anon. Surgery match. No matches. Ah! Bingo bros, not like this. All you're doing is introducing one female hormone into a pool of male hormones. Do you think the hormones are going to have sex when we're not looking? Post tutorials, Anon. But it's not his Oshi's piss and never will be. How delusional does OP have to be to think his piss concoction is going to be just like the same 19-pound Japanese girl that he knows nothing about? No, the urine is still male urine, but now it has a female hormone. Doesn't change much. Do your biology reps. Guess what? He won't. OP just pissed in a glass and made up a story and Anons are overreacting to that. This is Unit 02, identical to Unit 01. It acts as a holding cell for new urine as pH levels is monitored and new things added in. This is where I play God, ensuring the scent is of an ideal nature before I add it to Unit 01. As Unit 01 is near fullness, Unit 02 is acting as an overflow chamber until I dispose of some of the old urine. I'll also give Unit 02 time to fill up a bit. Fucking hell, I love this fucking board. Unit 02 is full of piss. God damn it, Shinji. Suisei might not appreciate this, but we will. I didn't do my biology rep, so I believe you it won't work. My other idea, OP will kidnap a female and do the experiments on her. And when he perfected it, he'll drink her piss. Leave him, for God's sake. He's a scientist. And this is Unit 03, the Titanic. Ignore the hairs on the bottle and the discarded blackheads on the wall. The Titanic will come into play either when both Unit 01 and Unit 02 overflow or when I perfect the formula of Hoshimachi Suisei urine scent for mass production. With this, I will have a ready supply of Hoshimachi Suisei urine for smelling and production for her streams. Initially, Unit 03 was being utilized for a similar project involving Russia, but I had a mental breakdown and postponed that initiative. LOL, sure do love drinking piss, ironically. Actual peepees schizos turn up think they are in good company. How could this have happened, bros? Unit 03 was being utilized for a similar project involving Russia. Stay away from my Russia! Very interesting, OP. I have a question. How will you tackle the issue of dichotomy between scent and taste? You mentioned adding perfume to it. Doing so would change the smell, but also change the taste in a way that you can't reverse. How will you achieve the goal of making it both smell and taste just like hers, if the process of achieving one reverses the other? It's a matter of balance. Initially the project was focused on scent, but I found myself drinking it after a few streams. Improvements have to be made to the flavor. I regularly dispose of old urine and replace it with new urine stockpiled aboard Unit 02, allowing me to ensure that the taste of feminine perfume does not become a problem that completely overrides the immersion of tasting the end result. I also add expired apple juice to offset this matter. I will be experimenting. I project the flavor and smell will be refined by the beginning of July. I intend to stockpile for future Suisei streams in the long term. I may smell it while she streams. The piss becoming old is not too much of a worry. Addition of sugar, minuscule amount of 7-Up, Sprite, lime, soda, and new urine typically offsets this problem. In one instance, I have deposited some of Unit 01 urines into a teacup, fantasizing that Suisei has pissed into the cup. The fantasy alone made me rock hard. Piss can be like a fine wine. You'll struggle through it if it means pleasing your Oshi. Imagine if this was someone's very first visit to the VTuber board after being linked to it on V. And this is very first impression of you people ever. Haha, crazy, right? While the world wastes its resources on useless shit like cancer treatment, Anon here is doing the work we all know he needs to be done. OP is a veritable Einstein, the Robert Oppenheimer of piss development. Have switched entirely to Japanese food. If it is not spicy, I make it spicy. I will only drink water, orange juice, and apple juice. I have removed vegetables from my diet entirely. I listen to binaural ASMR during some of her streams so that my body will be forced to adapt. Thanks to your support, Unit 02 has grown. However, its color is not sufficiently dark enough. The urine quality of somebody that streams for hours at a time, even if they occasionally drink juice, is not expected to be perfect clarity. Due to this, I will dehydrate myself so the next urine load is darker and more pungent. After a scent test, a taste test will come. Then I will toy with ingredients. Unit 01, Unit Product Finalization, experimentation with various substances to limited degree. Unit 02, Urine Overflow Chamber, auxiliary experimentation. Unit 03, Hypothetical Future Mass Production Stockpile Unit, formerly the Russia piss experiment. Unit 01 and Unit 02 are identical, while Unit 03 is a gallon bottle for long-term storage. Not to worry, I keep 01 and 02 enclosed when not showcasing. 02-kun has grown. The color is darkening majestically. I will continue to dehydrate myself to darken the color and increase the pungency. Is anyone else getting thirsty? What made you turn up like this? Did your father abuse you? No, I simply demand precision and perfection of myself while developing the ideal Hoshimachi Suisei urine. Comet piss is my dream. You may be wondering why I named them Unit 01, Unit 02, and Unit 03. Evangelion was a major inspiration as I saw many of my struggles in Shinji. The mix of delusional here worries me. Either Suisei is just a person playing a persona, in which case he is trying to imitate Fitty Girl piss, or Suisei is real, but that would also mean her telling you she never uses the toilet because idol must be real. Just picking what is convenient shouldn't work like this. Based lunatic. What's the next step of your master plan? Whatever you say, LARP and word, little minutes after drinking water is too short of a time to dehydrate yourself enough to see a noticeable difference in color. You have to spend days without drinking. How many bottles of vinegar do you have left? Enough to last you through the night and garner a few hundred more ewes? Video related, it's me pissing into Unit 02. I forced out this piss load to disprove your statement. Shows Anon missing his piss into a cup. Suichan does not piss, she is an idol who does not use the bathroom. Missed, lol. What the actual fuck, this is not okay, keep going please. What the absolute fuck, this was gold, hahaha. This is all proof I needed. God bless you, Anna, and I hope Suisei makes your death painless. Wow, it's very impressive your piss managed to change color by the minute. You also made sure make sure your penis is completely unseen. This is totally legit, not some artist pouring random juices into a bottle. I have been a long time appreciator of Ringo threads. They motivated me to begin the Russia Urine Battle project with what is now Unit 03 of the Hoshimachi Suisei Urine project. I swung off this board because of how toxic and idle friend you can be, but now I'm back to stay. Shit is golden, literally. NOP, I tip my hat to you. We're going to put this board on the map for 4chan. I'm fully expecting someone to send a super chat to Suisei telling her of your mission by her next stream. Might get a shout out and maybe an endorsement. Or maybe I was right and she should graduate herself on the spot. Cheers, OP. Hope you appreciate my fan art. Unit 02 has grown. I will get rest, thank you. Later today I will complete him and begin adding a slight hint of expired apple juice to begin. Hoshimachi Suisei Urine Project never rests. I will be ready for her next stream. Anyway, I can take pictures of piss and write fanfiction. Instead of just posting pictures of your piss in a cup, how about you show us all the measuring apparatuses you use? Especially for pH. The ingredients you're adding, maybe logs of what you ate too. Said you've been meticulous about this. Pics or get the fuck out. As a fellow Ringo connoisseur, I would recommend an upgrade of Unit 03. If I understand correctly, its purpose is to be future stockpile mass storage unit. Zoc, a container made of plastic, isn't recommended for this. I'm just an enthusiast, but I believe the properties of urine exposed to plastic material would corrupt your mixture's purity. Thus, I believe this stockpile unit should be replaced by a glass container. Multiple one if you're not able to find one that equals Unit 03's capacity. Another suggestion I have for you is that Unit 03 is stored in a refrigerator environment. I can understand you would prefer a Ringo mixture that's on room temperature to simulate Suisei's freshness and the fantasy that she produced it herself recently, but leaving in this kind of environment for a long period of time would alter its properties, potentially corrupting any mixture you create. If you really want the experience of it being hot and fresh, you could create another unit, and with the purpose of preparing a mixture for consumption. A smaller container where you would pour some of your Ringo and let it slowly heat by itself before any Suisei streams. I hope your venture is successful, my daring friend.